Press conference audio checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, yep, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All good?
Please ask all questions into the microphones provided. Captain of the UAE cricket team, Mohammed here. We'll take first questions from the floor. Down the front.
Okay, I mean, from where we were seeing, I thought that was a great performance from the UAE. Very, very, very gutsy performance. Did you expect, first of all, to like that against a team like South Africa? And secondly, were you a bit surprised with the hostility or rather the venom that the South African bowlers showed towards your team?
I think South Africa is one of the best team, and they're I think one of the favorite for the World Cup, and our bowling performance was very good today. Dropped a couple of catches here and there. I think up to 44, 45 overs, it seemed that they would even score 300, not 340. But I think even restricting them at 340 was also it was a good job from our bowling side. Coming back to their bowling, I was a bit shocked that that they. I mean, they were, instead of hitting the wicket, they were trying to hit the batsman. Their bowlers, they're a very good side. They're better bowlers. I think we are amateurs. I think it's and it's a gutsy performance from our side that we almost played 50 overs and a brilliant knock from Swapnil Patel.
So was that your intention in the batting to bat out 50 overs, was it?
I'm sorry?
Was that your intention with the batting to see out 50 overs?
Yes, definitely. I mean, see, we don't play South Africa every day, so we don't face these kind of bowlers every day. I think playing them 50 overs against the South African bowling attack gives a lot of confidence to our batters, and that's the basics. We need to play 50 overs.
Can you give us an idea of what sort of progress you feel the team's making at this tournament? Do you feel you are making progress?
I think, South Africa has scored over 400 runs against Test nations, and I think we have restricted them below that, well below that. I think that's an achievement for our bowling and fielding side. Playing almost 50 overs against them is a great learning experience for our side, and gives a lot of confidence to us and our batters. And similarly, the pattern has been, we have played 50 overs against Pakistan. We have almost played 50 overs against South Africa today. So yes, these are positive signs for us.
Hi, at the back. They might be positive signs, but surely the idea is to actually win. And you seem to have just surrendered the last two games.
See, there is a difference, definitely. As I said, I think the more we play against them, the more we face. I'm facing Daly Stan and Morning Mogul first time in my life, and similarly the rest of the team also. So the more opportunities we get, the better we become.
But sorry, can I just follow up? But surely you're possibly doing more harm to supporters who feel you're not actually going out to win. Back home, the idea is to win a game. I realise you want to get experience, but you're here on the biggest stage, and the idea is to win a game. Surely.
See, we tried our best. This is the best we could have done. We batted all 50 overs, and the bowler were too good for us.
Is it the most aggressive attack you faced in the tournament so far? And just what was so difficult about coming up against them?
I think I would say Pakistan bowling attack was equally very aggressive. All of their 3 bowlers were 145 plus, and similarly here also. But they were they were more targeting the bodies than the stumps.
Can you just tell us what is the situation with Fahad regarding his injury? Is it serious? And secondly, can you just look ahead to your last match against West Indies, and what is going to be your team's thought with that match? How you are going to approach that? And
I think unfortunately Fahad it's a bad injury. I think he got a knee fracture. Yeah, it's not looking good. And coming back to West Indies game, I think I don't see West Indies as strong as India or South Africa, and we'd like to put up a better show against West Indies.
will it help that you have already played once in Napier?
Yes, of course we know the ground, we know the condition, but I think unfortunately that's a day game. It's not a day nighter, so I don't know what is the weather condition or the pitch on that day. But yes, a little bit knowledge of the ground, the atmosphere, so that's good for us. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Good evening, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Will you please just start with questions for AB and then followed by questions for David? Otherwise, the floor is open. Please remember to ask questions to the microphone.
AB, how would you describe that performance, and would you take a lot of confidence out of that performance into a knockout game?
It was a good performance. Those are always tricky games. I thought they bowled pretty well up front. It made it difficult for us. It's one of my harder knocks out there today. Really had to work, which means that they hit the areas quite well. They weren't bad at all. Made us work for our runs. We got a nice foundation again, which I'm very happy about. And we could free up nicely towards the end. Very happy about the fact that Quinny scored some runs, Farhan scored some runs. Some of the lower order got an opportunity to hit a couple of balls. Vernon even got in as well. Those kind of things will definitely help us going into the knockout rounds now. Yes, so very happy with the fielding display as well. Everyone bowled nicely and everyone got a nice run in, all the part-timers as well. So all-round good performance. I won't say yes that win's given us the confidence to believe that we better than ever, but still it's those games need to be respected, and I think with the boys rocked up here with a great attitude today, and we wanted to win and wanted to play a good game of cricket, which we did.
Maybe just now that Riley got some runs and Farhan also got some runs, what does that give you to think about if Faf is fit? Because now I suppose all your batsmen are pretty much in form.
That gives us a good headache. It's a good thing to know that players are in form. So they're two completely different players. Riley's more in the top order, very attacking, where Farhan is more of a finisher, likes to assess the conditions and the situations really well, and he gives us a few overs with the ball in hand. So it's a difficult call to make, but closer to the time we'll have a look at who we're playing. Looks like we're going to Sydney. We're not sure about that yet, but we'll look at the conditions that we're up against and the situation that we're confronted with, what kind of team we're playing, and then we'll make that call.
Hi, AB. Not saying that your bowlers shouldn't have bowled with such venom against the batsmen. They're in a World Cup and they should have expected it. But was that the plan to be really ruthless with your bowling? And secondly, will we be seeing this in the quarterfinals as well? Is that part of the plan that you'll be bowling with such short pitch into the body with such kind of bounce?
It all depends on the conditions that we face on the day. The wickets, there was a bit of dew around. We didn't start off like that. I think in the first 10 overs there was only one bouncer. There's a bit of dew, which meant that the wicket sped up a bit, got a bit quicker, and the shorter ball came into play. So in any situation, we'll try and assess the conditions, see what kind of delivery will work the best to get us wickets. Tonight, the shorter ball, because of the fact that it skidded on nicely, came into play. So once again, if we do play in a different ground now moving forward, I won't say that's a set game plan, but if we get a similar wicket again, it'll definitely be part of the game plan. Yes.
Maybe just to follow up on Firdousa's question, obviously Faf would come back into the picture for the quarterfinals. Is it necessarily a choice between Riley and Farhan for that spot, or are there other permutations that could possibly get the balance right?
That's a good question. It depends, first of all, fitness-wise, if Faf will be ready. He's been struggling with his lower back, but I'm pretty sure he will be. If all of them are fit, it's a difficult call. I think because of the fact that most of our batters are in good form, it will probably come down to Farhan and Riley. It's a tough call, but that's probably where we're heading. We'll have a look at that.
I don't know if Graham Smith said before this game that if Quinton was backed for this game, he'd probably continue to be backed for the quarterfinals, and that seems to be the way that you've gone. Are you happy that he's now found a little bit of form and just that he's feeling okay with his own game into the quarterfinal?
Look, we will obviously discuss the team selection moving forward. Russell and I and the selectors will sit down and discuss all the different possibilities and combinations that we do have, and we'll make that final call once we get closer to the time. But talking about Quinny, there's no doubt in my mind that he's a match winner, and I said it before that he's gonna play a big part in us winning this World Cup. So I would hate to see him go, but it's something that we will discuss moving forward. But for now, he's still my first pick, and like I said, he's gonna when the push comes to the shove and when the heat is on, I truly believe he's going to play a big knock for us.
Is it frustrating for you guys to the UAE have actually basically said they're using these matches as practice against Pakistan, against yourselves, rather than the other way around, where we would expect you guys to use them as practice?
I'm personally not too worried about what the opposition do. We came here with a certain plan of playing a good game of cricket. We wanted to take a few things away from our performance today, and we did that. So the way they approach the game, we can't control that. It's up to them. I felt they played pretty good cricket for most of the day, and that's what it comes down to. I'm not too fussed about teams practicing against us or trying to beat us or not trying to beat us. It's about what we do as a cricket team.
If Quinny does not make the quarterfinal for a selection issue or whatever, would you be sad to give up the bowling, seeing that it's going that well? I'll
be very unhappy about that, yes. Look, personally, I don't want to keep. It really puts a lot of pressure on me as a captain. I've got more time without the gloves in hand. feel I can get to my bowlers. Communication is much better, so it will be a last resort for us to move in that direction. Quinny showed some signs of good form again today. Much better. He was prepared to fight it out, and not, like I said, I'm going to say it again. He's going to win us a few games moving forward. So he'll be a big player to leave out.
Maybe just two things. Was the over rate okay today? And we were wondering, it seemed a good idea perhaps to give Aaron Pangiso a game, just from the point of view that if Imran falls over, before the quarterfinal, then you're going to have a cold spinner going. Then what was the thinking behind not?
It was a very difficult decision. Sorry, first over rate. Whenever I bowl, the over rate's fine. So maybe I must bowl a bit more. Look, the over rate was really good tonight. I think we're 3 up. Which is always great. I did ask the question after 35 overs just to make sure, because I know that I get banned if I stumble again. So I'm very happy about that. I think the boys have reacted really well to that, and we are slinging through the overs. It was a tough decision that we were very tempted to get Pangi into the team. It's been a long tour for him, but his attitude's been superb, and I've got a compliment on that. He works really hard at the nets. I know what he's capable of, so I won't be worried when something does happen and we'll have to play him in one of the knockout games. He's a big match player. He always has been. I bowled him in PE in those final overs for a reason, because he's always that kind of guy that wins your match when it matters most. So there's absolutely nothing that I worry about when it comes down to that. He works really hard in his game. He's in a good place. I face him in the nets. I'm assessing his performance, and I know he's in a good place. So if his opportunity comes, I know he'll grab it with both hands.
Maybe just on your attack, I suppose it would also have been a pretty tough call to leave Kyle Abbott out, given how well he's done. But are you quite pleased with Vernon being back, and just what is the thinking around those two guys and how you'll manage them in the knockouts?
Yeah, it was a difficult decision. Abba had 2 good games in a row. It was important for us to give Vernon a go again. We know what he's capable of, especially with a new ball, and he offers something with a bat. Abba brings out something completely different to the party again. So we like to have that problem with the 2 of them. I don't think both of them will play in the same time unless there's a couple of injuries around them. But to have that headache to choose between the 2 of them is a great problem to have. They've got completely different sets of skills, and both of them are in good form. So it's nice for us to have that problem moving forward. And like I said, we'll have a look at the opposition and pick accordingly.
Thanks, guys. We'll start open for David.
Dave, how would you assess how you have gone through? There've been a couple of losses and a few setbacks, but how would you assess how the team has gone, and personally how you've gone?
Obviously started quite well with the 100, but from there I think I've had a couple starts where I've maybe wanted to continue through those starts, but unfortunately I haven't. But I'm really enjoying my batting at the moment. I feel like I'm getting in good positions and giving myself a chance. And then obviously with the team, like you said, we've had a couple upsets, 1 or 2 here, but that's always, I believe that might happen in group stages. But move forward, I think we've shown over the last year and a half that the consistency that we can play, and I think actually I know the boys will be raring to go come that quarter final and preparing really hard for that as well.
Dave, just to go to those 2 chases that didn't go so well, just what does it feel like being part of the lineup? What kind of responsibility do you feel is on you when you're in that situation, and how do you think you'll deal with it differently going forward?
Well, I don't think there's a huge amount of responsibility as me an individual. I think it's a team performance, so everyone has to sort of chip in here and there, and unfortunately we came short the other night, but I've felt over the last sort of year that I have got better at chasing, and I think it's just what you think out there and trying to be clear as much as you can, and then obviously executing the decision you make. But I think just giving myself the best chance I can once chasing as an individual. Trying to assess as you go along and take it as deep as possible. I think that's obviously my sort of routine that I like to stick to.
Just following up on that, do you feel, based on those couple of chases that you have had, that anything needs to change as far as the way you approach batting second?
Me or
well, you and the team.
No, I don't think so at all. I think we've, like I said, the last year and a half, we've been really sort of working hard towards this World Cup, and I think we've shown in the past what we can do. So I think this game is sometimes a cruel game. It's the way it goes. But like I said, the last year and a half, we've performed chasing. So I don't think there's any areas where we need to maybe improve. I think maybe just the execution of certain shots that we played the other night. But I don't think anything more than that.
Davey, Sri Lanka's possibly opposition in the quarterfinals. Kumar Sangakkara said yesterday about their team, the key for the way they get success is the fact that they enjoy their cricket, they play with a smile on their face. Do you think that your side can say something similar?
Definitely. We've got a good thing going, a great environment at the moment, led by AB and the management. It's a privilege to be a part of this setup, and I think the guys are really enjoying their cricket in the group stages so far, and it's a great place to tour as well. So, on and off the field, I think there's been a lot of enjoyment, and that's really important. Hopefully we can nick them off first ball, though.
Thank you guys.
See how much you enjoyed it then.
Afrikaans quickly. Just your thoughts generally on the performance, and then specifically on the batting of Farhan and Quinny.
Ja, dat is 'n lekker wedstryd vir ons gewees vandag. Belangrike wen vir ons. Dit is natuurlik verwag of vir ons van ons om te wen wat dit gewoonlik bietjie moeilik maak, want dit is moeilik om teen sulke spanne te speel partykeer. Hulle het redelik goed begin met die bal in hand en ek is baie trots op die manier hoe ons geveg het met die golf. 'n Paar goeie vennootskappe gebou deur ons golfbeurt en op die einde 'n goeie totaal gekry. Ek is baie bly vir die feit dat van die ouens wat bietjie uit vorm was, bietjie lopies gekry het vandag, ou soos Quinton, Riley, Farhan, selfs Vernon op die einde het 'n kans gekry om te golf en bietjie lopies agter hulle belt gekry wat groot is vir die span en baie beteken vir ons as 'n golfspan. Golfgroep.